Absolutely. You saw different defenses. You saw multiple defenses that really kept TNT off balance. I'm going to go with the box and one early on. And then we saw a lot of the triangle and two, which denied guys like Jason Castro, R.R. Pogoy, specifically Mikey Williams, causing other players to make plays. And what that did was that halted the flow. I think that was the one biggest thing with TNT. They could not get into any type of flow. The only type of flow you saw was probably in the fourth quarter or the end of the third quarter into the fourth quarter when Coach Chut made the adjustment offensively. But nonetheless, it was the defense, absolutely 100%, that made the big difference. I'm also going to talk about the bigs. They did a really good job in switching, particularly onto the smaller guards and defending, doing a good job of staying in front and challenging guys like Jason Castro and Mikey Williams, forcing them to make difficult shots.
Now, Cliff, let's go to you. You have first-hand experience in how dominant Magnolia's Big Three is. Now, what problems did they give you guys in the semis? Let's start with Paul Lee.
Yeah, I mean, Paul Lee's a tough guy to guard off pick and rolls, and you really got to focus in on him. And the thing with him is if he tries to hit the ball out of his hands, he's really good at getting his teammates involved. So a couple of the games we've actually were able to limit him, but then the other guys would start to go off, like Ian, Baroka, Gio. So they're really deep, and they really play hard. And for us, I mean, we lost, of course, because they're a great team. But, I mean, those guys, they're a tough team, and they deserve to be in the finals. That's why they're fighting back.
Well, Cliff, I actually want to talk a bit more about Ian Sangalang in particular, because in general, he's been such a consistent performer throughout the conference, throughout your series, and it's starting to come into form here as well. Again, everyone knows that he has that move, go to his left, and he'll always find a way to go to his left no matter where he is on the floor. But how hard is it just to check him, even though you know what he's going to do?
It's really hard because, you know, he is 6'7", so, I mean, he's going against guys that are usually smaller than him. And he's got that move down, like you said. You know he's going to his left. He's going to get to his spot. And if he gets anywhere in that paint, he's probably going to make it. So it's hard. For me, like, when I was guarding him, I was just trying to get him as far away from the paint as I could and deny him. But, I mean, he's a tough guy. And he's found his way and he's found his rhythm. And this conference is his best conference I've ever seen him play. So, yeah, he's unstoppable once he gets in that paint area.
Yeah, no, I agree. And Ali, we'll go back to you here because I want to talk a bit about Mikey Williams in general. He set another record being with 10 3-pointers, he was able to score the most amount of threes in a single game. And when you have a guy like Mikey Williams lighting it up, is there any player in the past that reminds you of him in terms of the impact that he has had on a potential championship team?
You're going to have to give me some time because I played for a very, very long time following it. Man, hey, Cliff, maybe you can help me. I mean, we you know, actually, you probably know this. I can't think of anybody right now. I really can't. To score like that as a rookie, I would have to probably switch positions and go with someone like Benji Paras, who ended up not only becoming Rookie of the Year, but also MVP. That same rookie year. But, you know, right now, I can't tell you. I wish I could for the sake of the show, but I can't tell you. I don't. There's so many players. There's so many players, you know what I mean? I don't want to leave anybody out. But, man, I mean, you see what Mikey Williams brings to this TNT team. It's absolutely incredible what he's been able to do in less than one season.
Yeah, I get you.
Now, given what you said, Ali, Cliff, you know, Ali was asking for your help a while ago. That's why we will let you answer now. What can Magnolia do to limit Mikey Williams?
I don't know. The shots that he's making are tough. I mean, you can't play better defense than what Magnolia is doing, but he's just making his shots. I mean, you can tell he's, like, when Ali was trying to think of a person, it's kind of hard to think of a person that can go one-on-one like that, create his own shot, and actually make tough shots. It's hard to find someone that's doing that. It's not really anything that's going through the offense of Talking Tex. It's really just a one-on-one, come here, get this bucket. So it's kind of hard to think of a player that's actually came and really did that and survived, you know? Because, I mean, he took, 25 shots, but, I mean, that's a lot of shots for one guy. And just to get 25 shots up, it's tough, and you got to be mentally prepared to, if you do miss your shots, your team's going to lose. But, I mean, he's a great talent, and I mean Magnolia. I think they're gonna just go ahead and say, hey, if you can beat us by yourself, then we'll live with that. But if you can limit the other guys, then I think that's what their game plan is probably gonna be going forward.
Yeah, you know, that's always going to be tough, and maybe a lot of people would say that maybe he is just the first Mikey Williams, and we haven't seen anything like him yet. But of course, history will tell us in the future. Now, Ali, this team, this TNT team, has a problem in the fact that Troy Rosario was injured. We saw, I don't know if you saw the photo of the dislocated finger, but it was not pretty. I did not like it. Our friend Carlo Pimentuan sent me a photo of it. I deleted him from my message thread. And when you have a guy like Troy Rosario potentially missing time, if I'm not mistaken, he will be missing time in the finals. How will that affect TNT and how will they adjust?
That's huge. That's huge because Troy Rosario, for me, is very, very crucial. Yes, there's the veterans like Jason Castro, Kelly Williams, Ryan Reyes, so on and so forth. But it's those four young guys, Paulo, that are very, very important in this series, even the last series, even in the whole playoff picture. If those guys don't step up mentally, TNT is going to have a really difficult time. Now, having said all that, this team has been through a lot of diversity. Diversity. Adversity.
They're also diverse, Ali.
They're already diverse. Adversity. You've seen it. Kelly Williams not available in a very important, crucial part of the playoffs, especially going up against a team like San Miguel. But still, they managed to really overcome all of that. I'm sure Coach Chut Reyes has them prepared mentally going into the very next game. So one of the things that you can say, and I've experienced this through my own experiences, Cliff Hodge could probably attest to what I'm talking about. Think of it as an import going down, not being available. An import-less team is one of the toughest teams to beat. I don't care what anybody says because the rest of the guys are fighting and scratching for their lives.
Yeah.
So expect to see a very tough, motivated TNT team coming out in Game 4.
So there you have it. In connection to what Ali said, Cliff, quick question. Who's going to win Game 4?
For me, I feel like Talking Tex will.